Make 'em eat.
How true that is.
The candidates for mayor of Chicago are out and about this morning on the final full day of the campaign before tomorrow's election.
Anita Padilla has now moved to the far southwest side, and she's there with a live report and a special guest. Anita.
Well, good morning to you. I know it's President's Day. I know a lot of people are not working today, but there are people who are working really hard to get the votes. And joining me live right now is Gery Chico. You're going to be pressing the flesh this morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining us here. I imagine today is such an important day. How important is it for you? Where can we expect to see you today?
We'll be crossing the entire city via the CTA. I mean, those are the veins of our city. That's what people use to get to work, get to school. So we'll be meeting voters all along the stops. We're starting this morning in Beverly at a great pancake house, and we'll be moving on to the L on 95th Street, and we'll be taking it all the way up to downtown, stopping at points along the way, and then we'll head up northwest all the way to Jefferson Park.
What will you say to voters today? Obviously, there's the polls that are out there. People have been polling the voters, and they show that Rahm has a strong lead. You're not convinced. You're going all the way. What will you say to voters today when you have that 30-second moment with them?
Throw the polls away, and if you want better schools, I'm your guy. If you want more jobs in our neighborhoods, I'm your guy. And if you want safer streets, more police, and more programming for our kids, I'm your guy.
Miguel Del Valle also running as well, and there is the key voting block of Latinos. They make up 15% of the 1.5 million voters in the city of Chicago. Are you concerned at all that maybe that voting block is going to be split between you and Miguel Del Valle, and maybe that will hurt your chances of possibly getting in the runoff?
We don't think our chances will be hurt at all. We're very confident. We've worked very hard across the city to get the Latino vote, to get every vote. We've had a very strong effort to communicate with people, both personally and over television and mail and phone banking. So we're very confident about our ability to get out the vote. But we can take no vote for granted. I mean, you have to work to earn people's trust and support, and that's what we've been doing, and we'll continue to do it today, all the way to the point where the bell rings tomorrow.
Last week, Rahm Emanuel came out pretty much and said, if I'm elected mayor, I'm going to make some changes on the chairmanship of some of these committees, in particular the one where Ed Burke is in charge of the finance committee. And then some of the other candidates said, you know, everything at City Hall cannot go through one person. How much do you agree with that? And will you be making changes in some of the chairmanship?
Well, I think that the city council is its own body, and it decides who its leadership will be. People in the past have made that miscalculation, and it's led to some very bad things for our city. I think we better take a more respectful tone of the new city council, and the next mayor is going to have to be a person who has adroit political skills, not just cram-down methods. You have got to treat those men and women with respect. I'm actually looking forward to engaging the new city council and helping to lift our city and drive the agenda that I have for more jobs, better schools, and safer streets. So I'm very excited about it. But anybody that thinks they're going to dictate to the city council who's going to be there and who's going to do what is missing the point.
You know, a lot of people have been keeping their eye on the state of Wisconsin, what's been going on up there. Some concerns that there's going to be some union busting, and the concerns are that that's going to have a ripple effect across the country. If you're elected mayor, how will you treat unions?
Fairly, just as I have before. I'm the only candidate that's handled collective bargaining agreement with just about every group here, and I've been fair with them. I've never given away the store. I've always kept the taxpayer's wallet in mind. There have been other candidates. You know, Rahm Emanuel has vowed to be really tough, and you know that doesn't look so pretty up there right now. And it wouldn't look pretty here either if you take our transit workers and you take that approach with them and things shut down. We don't want to have that, and we want to have a reasonable, measured approach. Let's not demonize workers. I mean, this is crazy what we're seeing happening right now. I mean, these are the people that make us go. They protect us. They run into the burning buildings. They come in, guns drawn, to save us. I mean, these aren't people we should be threatening to take their collective bargaining rights away. Rather, know how to bargain for us, the city, the taxpayer, and sit down and arrive at an affordable conclusion. That's what I've done my whole career. That's the proper way to go about it.
All right. Gery Chico, Mayor Hopeful, good luck to you tomorrow in the polls.
Thank you very much.
All right. That's the latest here from the far southwest side. I'm Anita Padilla, live. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Anita. And we are also